What's up, everybody? We're jumping right into the back nine of the Shelton Springs Round 2 Pro-am. I believe we got Kyle Crabtree sitting at -16, John Anderson sitting at -13, and I believe Louie Tran is at -9 and Michael Henson at -8.
I believe you're right on those scores. Like, you watched that first video.
I may have been present.
16, 13, 11, 11, 10, 9, and 8.
There's a little sneak peek at what guys are doing on other cards.
James Phipps, MVP. Dion throwing the aces. Ulibarri just being Ulibarri, however you want to say it.
Definitely put 2 R's on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, hole 10, we got another par 4, 525 feet. This one's gonna come out, but then you're coming right back into the woods.
So like you got it out pretty clean.
Yep. I'll have a pretty straightforward shot.
When you make the catch cam turn around, you did good. I always tell the players that if my catch cam turns around, you threw it
You've
far.
done something well.
You throw far.
Kyle hit
You
one of the
didn't throw
first
far.
trees.
Yep, you're still there.
But he made the Mando, yes. Double checking to make sure that just happened. Louie taking the forehand. Definitely the play I'm normally taking here. You're going to be able to hit your gap pretty cleanly, finish right. And then you can play just another forehand right up to the basket. Good shot, Louie. Michael also opting for the forehand.
That's exactly how I would play it. If I tried a forehand.
That is a tight gap to hit, honestly. It's only like 6 feet wide.
There's Crabtree's re-tee.
Kind of turning this into a thrower.
Stay away from the road.
Michael trying to cheat the entire fairway, and looks like he cheated most of it.
Pretty sure he backhanded something there.
Was that Kyle's third, or
That's
is this
his third
Kyle?
right here.
Okay. So that must have been John on that shot. Oh my goodness. Wow. Put it in, come on.
Yeah, come on. That'd be one heck of a birdie there.
Louie playing his second shot. Like I said, the flick sets up nicely for another flick. He's going to have, oh, looks like a good putt at a birdie. Forehand roller out of Mr. Henson.
I love seeing a
good move.
roller.
Wow.
Did he just tink the basket?
I love seeing forehand rollers, and I really love seeing good forehand rollers, and that was a good forehand roller.
They don't have to be good forehand rollers for me to love seeing them, people, so go ahead, keep throwing them.
I think John just laid up for a par there. I think this is also going to be for a par from Kyle because of that early tree kick. He puts it in. Kyle and Louie are good buddies. They're always chirping with each other. Louie tapping in his birdie.
Speaking of chirping.
Tweet, tweet. And Michael is cleaning up his par after a early tree kick as well.
If you can get a forehand roller and still get a par on the hole, you did okay.
Yeah.
It's a great looking hole right there.
Hole 11, 285. If I'm not mistaken, this is the island hole.
I feel like Louie should have this as a screensaver on his phone or a wallpaper.
No kidding. Playing a safe play here. Color me a little surprised. I would assume most of these guys are running it, but I'm being proved wrong here. Everyone's just laying up.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of people try that.
I guess I just kind of see it like I'm probably going to 4 either way, so I usually choose to run it. Wow, this is a little wide. That's also safe, but weird way to do it. Michael, maybe we got someone who's going for it?
That kind of looked a little...
No.
A little gimpy.
I think you're okay.
That being said, I think most of these guys are going to be able to get their threes, which is a whole lot better than putting from the drop zone for your three. I put it in though.
That's
because I missed the island. both rounds.
Did you make the drop zone putt both rounds?
Not both rounds, just this round. And like I said, these guys are just going to be cleaning up those threes. It's clean, but honestly, kind of boring, guys. I understand we're on the lead card playing for first place here, but come on, make a move.
Well, see, there's
Michael
a bogey.
taking an
There's a
unfortunate bogey.
involved. That's what happens when you play for the birdie. See, there's another screensaver for Louie.
He's taking the sunglasses off. Almost like he's in the trees or something.
Fight mode.
Anyway, hole 12, 340. This is going to finish a little bit to the right. Louie's got
Needs a
a
kick.
turnover that kind of came out early. Didn't hit anything. Probably just laying up from there. Johnny on the box.
I don't know why, but that made me want to laugh. Johnny on the box.
Good looking turnover. Don't laugh. This is very serious. Also opting for the backhand turnover. Gets a pretty good hop out of that.
And a little roll.
Late action. Putting probably about 20 feet away. Everyone opting for the backhand here. I go forehand. I go a lot of forehands at it.
PD.
Early tree kick, probably just going to have to lay up for a 3 here. This is leaking a
It
little
didn't
left.
look like much layup there. He said layups are for basketball. I'm playing disc golf.
This is Louie, probably just putting it close here. Oh!
Oh!
I stand corrected.
Putting it close to the center of the chains. Spike goes forward.
I think this is to save a 3.
Nice.
Good save
Just
there,
a rough
Michael.
hole.
Johnny also to save a 3. No, wait, this I believe is for a 2.
Good catch there.
Nice.
Crabtree putting in for his 2.
A little bit of a pressure putt. But puts it right in the heart of the basket.
He said, "What's pressure?"
That's
yeah,
true.
I missed Louie's putt, so we gave you a little. He tapped in a par.
Hole 13.
There was a lot of threes on this one. 13, 330 feet, par 3.
They should just say it's 333 feet.
Yeah, it makes sense.
John Anderson with what was a great looking turnover, but catches a branch and kind of gets knocked down a little early, but he's going to have an opportunity for a 2 here. Kyle on the box. Going to play a backhand. It kind of looks like he's lining up for a hyzer. He is. Oh, wow. Definitely finishing a little
That was
bit
a
too far
massive
left. That
kick.
was a kiss that just sent it in the opposite direction. Louie taking the forehand here. Trying to swing it around everything, but catches one. This course has teeth on almost every single hole. Michael also going to go with what looks like a forehand. It's a little low, but if this can get a stable finish, it'll be okay. Didn't get to see the finish there. Louie playing another forehand, just having to lay this up. Sends it a little deep, but he's got an opportunity to save 3. Good layup there from Michael. Kyle from in the bushes.
nice little line.
Yeah,
on
pretty
that
good
one.
run on that.
Looks like he was trying for it. Yeah, nice time to take another stroke off that lead.
Very
Does
timely
just
too
that.
there. Narrowing it to 2 strokes. Coming into the closing stretch. Louie to save his 3, does so. Michael leaned up against a tree a little bit, but no problem saving that par. And Kyle will be doing the same. I'm 110% sure of it.
And he does. I had to hold my breath. I got a little worried. Anytime someone calls it in beforehand. This is a long hole here.
770 feet, par 5. It can be eagled, but it is not easy. This is a tight fairway the entire way.
Are you sure about that?
Johnny's making those gaps look huge.
Looks like you got max distance on that disc.
I mean, it does open up into some landing zones,
there's
but you
the
have to hit
group
gaps the entire way down.
The group ahead of them. Turn around.
Yeah, watch out, guys.
What's going on? Get a quick look at the sponsors again. Northwest Invitational.
Please support those who support this. Great looking shot.
I'm really not sure about this tight fairway you're talking about.
There are gaps to be
Jeez.
hit. What a crush.
There's
As you can
fire
see, that blue
extinguisher for the
stake right
tournament.
there is the 300-foot marker, so they're within like 350 feet of the basket. They could definitely put it there to tap in a 3, but it's not that easy. Louie trying to follow suit on the first 2 guys. Leaves it a little bit shorter, but got enough distance on that. Michael, no stranger to crushing. But this got a little right on him.
Ow. Yeah. Looked like his shoulder
Might have hurt his
bothering him.
shoulder there.
Is it some forehand
Going
roller
another
or
forehand
play?
roller. Yes.
Looks
Is this number
beautiful.
3?
I believe so.
That was a good one too. I think that's the 3rd good one he's had.
It's a good scramble technique, learning that forehand roller. If you really want to try something special, go with the turbo roller.
Don't do that.
That's why I don't play
opting
PO.
for the forehand. Oh, good. Good
Great
little
looking
skip there.
Got it right in the middle. That's a perfect
Yeah.
spot to be, Luke.
Gets a little walkable if he wants. Nothing in his swing. Speaking of swing, Johnny's about to swing it right through these trees.
Caught a little shrub with his backswing. It looked like.
Just giving it a high 5. Michael catching a tree pretty early. Kyle's finally, it's his turn to throw. What a crush.
Looks like he's biting off the rest of the fairway with that stance.
Ooh, that was probably pin seeking.
I was hoping for the catch cam there.
Michael having to do a little bit more scrambling to get to the basket here. Good little Annie forehand. He'll have a chance. And I believe this is going to be Louie's 4th shot. Maybe it's his 3rd. I don't think I've been counting very well. I know
look
that this
at
is
an
for an
eagle.
eagle, though.
Look at an eagle.
Ooh, solid.
Made some contact with the metal.
I'll take the tap in 4 on this hole every day. Johnny hoping to put one in from deep.
Is this also his eagle try?
I'm not sure.
I feel like it had to have been.
They did both crush it out there.
Yeah. Making this hole not look as long. I feel like the group on reds took longer on this hole than the group on blacks.
It wouldn't be unheard of. Michael with an unfortunate miss there is going to clean up a bogey.
Supposed to be counting the other way, Mike.
And it looks like Jackie Robinson should be putting this one in. No problem. Nice bird there, Lou. And I think these guys are tapping in their birdies too. Pretty well played hole.
Yeah. Had 2 looks at an eagle.
So still a 2-stroke separation in between Kyle and John going into hole 15. This is a pretty straight shot. Through a pretty tight gap. I feel like I've said that a few times this round, but it holds true to this Shelton course.
Pacific Northwest is full of tight gaps.
This is such a good throw.
Makes 325 feet look like 200.
Like nothing. Went a little deep. Gonna have a tricky putt coming out of this stuff, but certainly has a chance.
I have a thumber like Kyle here.
I feel like we always got to see at least one overhand out of him, but I'm betting he wish he didn't. And that could be
Open door.
1,
for
2
John.
strokes maybe.
Yeah, if Kyle can get up and down and save his par, only lose the 1 stroke, but didn't get far off the tee.
Louie definitely let this one out early. He knew it.
Yeah, he was not pleased with that shot.
Michael also going for the forehand. Makes an over adjustment.
We almost saw forehand roller number 4. Kyle said, "Why not? I've already passed the tree that I was do the same thing over. Hopefully a better
Yeah,
outcome."
looks like he is going with another thumber.
Looks like the same disc.
I think it is the same disc. It's a lot better of a shot though.
Yeah. I think that was the
It's a
original
long
plan.
putt to save a 3 though. And I mean the
Yeah, well-
basket is on a little bit of a slope. Any cage hits could roll away.
John Anderson sitting behind the basket. Crabtree's looking at a long par.
Yeah. This is gonna make things a little dramatic here. Michael from in the bushes played a pretty good looking forehand.
Caught
That
a stump.
kind of caught the stump there.
Louie out of the bushes.
This is Louie coming out of the thick down there.
Just tossing
After
it
that drive, I'm sure he's going to be happy with the 3. Speaking of 3, Kyle to save his.
He really needs this to keep John Anderson
Put a little,
off
keep
of
a
him.
little pressure on John, yeah. And
Yeah.
what a beautiful putt.
Not often you get a replay on a par, but that was clutch.
That was an
par.
important clutch putt.
Clutch
yeah.
par there. Kind of feel like Mr. Anderson was looking a little angry there as he was walking off.
Now he has to make this to pick one up, but
Yeah,
does so
gets
great.
one stroke, but I'm guessing he was planning on 2 there with that putt. 17
don't
to 18.
count on getting 2 from Kyle. Good putt, Michael. Also saving his par is Louie. The deficit is trimmed to 1. Going into hole 16. There's still plenty of trees that can be hit, shake things up.
I feel like this might be a tight gap.
It's not going to be laser beam straight this time. This is definitely going to play off to the right. Most players are probably going to go with forehand. Johnny, being the backhand turnover specialist that he is ooh, gets a
and
good
the
kiss
tree
too.
love. That's what you call the pro kick.
proving me wrong that not most players use the forehand.
Pack
trowel.
X Disc Golf. We're getting a lot of look at these sponsors. Whoever these sponsors are, hopefully they're paying Kyle well for all this TV time.
Yeah, all this airtime. Another great turnover backhand is Kyle. Going for the forehand is Lou. Lou definitely skied that up.
Yeah, I lost that one. If you know where that one's at, let me know.
Michael also going for the forehand.
That's great.
This is perfect.
Ooh.
If that gets a little bit of different ground action, that has a chance of hopping in the basket.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of spiked in instead of skipping. Nice little feather.
And from deep in the bushes, I think that was Louie pitching out. Johnny for a long two. Oh, come on.
Did that hit the ring?
I feel like that went in and out.
Yeah, that went in, hit the ring, and spit back out.
That hurt.
Yeah, that would have tied him up for at least a couple seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would have tied him up for the hole. That's rough. The chains are still moving.
Louie to save a 3. Oh, just a little high. He wanted it.
Yeah,
Most
scare
of these
that one
guys
in
should be
there.
tapped. had to double check on that one.
Wasn't sure it was going to stick around after Anderson spit out.
Great birdie, Michael. That was such a great drive. Louie with an unfortunate bogue. Gonna drop back to -10. Still only one stroke separating these two guys, with only 2 holes to play. Bringing us to hole 17, 370 feet. I'm gonna say it, it's another laser beam hole through a tight gap. It does have a little bit of a left finish. And unfortunately getting a kickoff to the right is Michael.
Yeah, I don't know many holes at Shelton that aren't tight gaps. Yet these guys
There-
are still sitting at
there
neg
aren't
18,
many.
neg 17.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
I think I heard him say John Anderson got a little sneaky there. Might have an opportunity to get it 2. Really, I'm happy with a 3 on this hole. Things, if you hit one of these early trees, you can kiss par
Is
goodbye.
that a glow TL again?
Most likely. Great shot.
Yeah.
Wipe the sweat from the brow. It's getting late in the day. This is the end of the end of July. It was probably upper 80s, low 90s that day.
Yeah, I definitely went through the camel pack real quick on the first round. Had to fill it up.
Louie unleashing on
There you
this
go.
drive.
Go, Lou.
This
Go down.
looks perfect. See where that ended up in a minute.
You talk me into dumb stuff.
Michael having to play some scramble golf here.
Like I said,
Wow, if this is how far Louie is from the pin, I'm wondering how close Kyle and John are. Oh,
Looks like he wanted to walk that one in.
solid effort. Didn't leave it short.
Maybe Krabs was out and they just time to play.
This would be a huge putt.
See Mr. Perfect Hair in the background.
I'd be watching this action if I were that close. Kyle missed that a little left. This would be a big stroke to pick up here if John can connect. And he
Man.
does, ties it up going into the last hole of the tournament.
No fear at all.
Are you not entertained?
pressure was on that,
All the pressure. Louie cleans up his par.
Don't take it for granted. Every putt counts.
Exactly. Especially late.
That putt right there could put you one stroke out of the money. You never know.
Coming from a guy who's been one stroke out of the money probably like 3 or 4 times, I can relate to how important a stroke like that can be. And how long it will stick with
the
you.
bubble boy.
Alright, hole 18 is a par 5, 705 feet. John Anderson is going to show you how you want to start off this hole. My goodness. Oh, that was OB for a second and it rolled out.
He's right on the line, OB line.
I mean,
too.
if that stays OB,
game over.
yeah, it's pretty much game
Kyle's
over.
walking
Kyle can
away
just
with
play
it.
the hole safe. So now pressure is on Kyle. He's got to get this at least up there with John's.
And there's a spotter out there, so he knows that he's in bounds.
And I think he's going to be up there with John. Or,
No.
okay.
No.
Okay. That's
He's
not
gonna be
real.
40, 50 feet ahead of John's.
Wow.
Maybe not that far.
Out
but
in the
wow.
open. That's like at least 500 feet. Wow. What do you do after that, Louie? You do what you can. That's not a bad shot. As long as he stays out of the rough there, he's going to have plenty of opportunity to get his birdie 4.
I'm still stunned with Crabtree's
Yeah,
drive.
my jaw nearly touched the floor. I think Michael found OB on that
we got
one.
the graphic and the
red paddle. They
never
spared no
see-
expense for this tournament.
You never want to see the red paddle.
A little bit of a thrower here. Ooh, too much of a thrower for Louie.
It's all right. It's coming back. And it's going.
That
again.
being said, if he can get up and down from there, he'll still get a birdie.
That's where Crabtree was sitting round 1. Right over. He made it out from red pad over into that corner.
Okay.
I think that's some Plinko action right there.
Playing the
That's behind
Spikeiser
it.
from the drop zone. That's the usual play. After Kyle's drive, John's got no choice. He's got to try and put this close. Finds a tree. He should be able to get up and down for a birdie 4 there, but Kyle can really make something happen here after a drive like that. Going with a forehand on the left side, playing it up to the basket. Catches a tree. That's
Behind the
by
three
no
trees
means a
right
gimme.
there. Yeah. Still looking at probably 35, 40 feet.
So, I mean, do you run this and put the pressure on Kyle? Lay it up?
Yeah, I think he gave it a little partial run there. Sitting right underneath though.
Alright. This is for a birdie from Lou. Good way to finish your tournament, Louie.
Stick with it.
Alright, this is Kyle for the win for an eagle.
And
John
this
Anderson is
35
by
was a
the
bit-
basket for
It's
birdie.
more like a 25 footer.
And there it is.
Work out.
What a way to end it. I mean, that's heartbreaking if you're John Anderson, but I mean,
It's beautiful if you're playing Crabtree.
if I'm
That's
going to lose, I
icing on the
suppose there's
cake,
no
but
better
some-
way for it to happen.
Some ice cream on the side. That's all of it.
Still, what a valiant round.
You had to tie it up the hole before with the birdie to birdie the final hole.
Trailing
Still.
3 strokes going into this back 9 too. So I mean, he definitely put together some holes.
He won the round, but just wasn't enough to win the tournament.
Yeah, hot round on the day, I believe.
Tied it up with Schuler.
Dion Arlen sneaking up into a tie. with Nick Schuler for 3rd place. Louie hanging out at 5th. Louie fell back a little bit. Still had a decent round. Anything under par was okay.
Yeah. Zach Basket made the scoreboard. That's what's
Nice. That was a great round. 59.
Yeah. Give a shout out to Zach.
Matt at the bottom of the scorecard. Pretty good round himself. -6. Tying that hot round. Alright, well thanks again everybody. That was a whole lot of fun to watch. Congratulations to Kyle for winning this tournament. It was a lot of fun.
All right, people. Thank you for sticking it out with us.